20 years had passed since the demons came to the world. Their cruelty resulted in various disasters. Many humans became their food. To survive, the mutated humans awakened their powers to fight the demons. Currently, the jobs of fighting, hunting, and destroying demons have become popular, and those who do these jobs are called hunters. To produce many hunters, numerous hunter training academies have been established. In these places, those with power are revered. But Feng Cheng, our protagonist, had no talent whatsoever. He was called the weakest person in the academy. Even though he was close to graduating, he continued to receive ridicule. His academy friends never got tired of bullying him. However, even after being beaten for half an hour, Feng Cheng remained conscious. The bullies said that according to the academy's rules, you wouldn't graduate until you became a hunter. You haven't awakened, you aren't a hunter. So you have to repeat. Feng Cheng stared at Chen Tianyu, the bully, with hatred. Angrily, he said to Chen Tianyu, "Don't think you're strong just because you've awakened." Chen Tianyu got angry hearing Feng Cheng's bold words against him. "You are strong if you have power. Weak people like you deserve to be eliminated." Then Chen Tianyu prepared to hit Feng Cheng again with a wooden stick. Feng Cheng was shocked. He felt a great force strike the bullies. Suddenly, the bullies were thrown back by a powerful force. A girl appeared at the scene. She walked calmly and then said to them, "Is bullying your friend fun?" The long-haired girl looked at the bullies lying on the ground after being struck by her power. A mass of energy was visible in her left hand, ready to be unleashed at any moment. The girl's name was Lin Longyu. She was the class leader and the strongest student in the academy. She was also Feng Cheng's childhood friend. With the help of two friends, Chen Tianyu tried to stand up. He was angry at Lin Longyu for daring to help Feng Cheng. Lin Longyu then told them to leave. She threatened the naughty kids and said she would destroy them if they didn't leave. Terrified, the bullies left the place. They thought Feng Cheng was lucky this time because someone helped him. Feng Cheng released his hands from the chains that bound him. He then thanked Lin Longyu for saving him from Chen Tianyu and his group's wickedness. The two of them started chatting. Lin Longyu said to Feng Cheng that the exam was coming soon. But why hadn't Feng Cheng awakened yet? Was he going to repeat it again? Lin Longyu asked Feng Cheng. Feng Cheng said he was optimistic he would pass this year. He was in good condition now. 5 years ago, Feng Cheng's parents were killed in a demon attack. Since then, Feng Cheng's older sister has taken on the role of head of the family, replacing their parents. His older sister has had to work hard to pay for his school fees. Feng Cheng is determined to graduate so that his sister won't have to bear the financial burden any longer. Feng Cheng planned to leave the academy if he didn't pass the exam again this year. Lin Longyu was shocked to hear Feng Cheng's words and forbade him from leaving the academy. Lin Longyu encouraged Feng Cheng not to give up. After all, there was still 1 month left. She assured him that he could pass the exam this year. Lin Longyu turned around intending to leave Feng Cheng. Before stepping away, she said, "If you fail again, you will regret it for the rest of your life." They exchanged glances. Then Lin Longyu walked away. Feng Cheng watched Lin Longyu leave. She was still so straightforward, just like before. Feng Cheng muttered to himself. Feng Cheng thought he couldn't give up. There had to be a way for him to pass the exam this year. Feng Cheng left the place. He ran quickly to go home. In his mind, he still wondered. Although he was the weakest person, why hadn't he awakened yet? He was determined to become strong like Lin Longyu. Feng Cheng promised to train harder. He believed that if he knew his potential, he could awaken like the others. Feng Cheng's steps stopped. He saw people panicking and running away from something. From a distance, he heard people shouting that a demon was hunting, and they were all running to save themselves. Feng Cheng saw a little girl screaming for help. Behind her, a demon was trying to catch her. The little girl was crying while hugging her favorite doll and trying to run so she wouldn't be caught by the demon. Feng Cheng recognized the demon as a Class D demon, a wanted criminal in Blade City. The demon's large hand tried to grab the little girl. Meanwhile, the little girl screamed and cried, hoping someone would save her. Quickly, Feng Cheng ran towards the little girl and took her away from the demon. He ran with all his might to save the little girl from the demon's grasp. Feng Cheng looked at the demon that was trying to chase him. He felt crazy for acting in a way that endangered his life. but he couldn't stand to see others in danger. The demon was angry and tried to chase Feng Cheng, who was running quickly. The demon's hand repeatedly tried to catch Feng Cheng's body, but Feng Cheng was able to avoid it. Suddenly, the demon's hand managed to strike his body from behind, causing the little girl to fall. Feng Cheng screamed in pain from the demon's blow. While enduring the pain, Feng Cheng told the little girl to run and save herself. The little girl cried and said she would go find help. The demon grabbed Feng Cheng's body and lifted him. Feng Cheng looked resigned while enduring the pain. Then the demon threw Feng Cheng's body until he hit the wall. Feng Cheng was in pain. His body felt crushed after hitting the wall. He felt that he couldn't possibly fight the demon. The demon laughed at its prey, who was lying in pain. Meanwhile, Feng Cheng looked furious seeing the demon laughing at him after crushing his body. Am I going to die at the hands of this demon? Feng Cheng sat weakly against the wall. He felt he couldn't possibly fight the demon or run to save himself. He felt his body weakening. The demon approached Feng Cheng and then stepped on his body with its large foot. Feng Cheng felt pain as the demon stepped on him. He felt the demon's power was too great and no one could possibly fight it. Feng Cheng felt his body growing weaker. He thought he might soon die miserably at the hands of the demon. He regretted his unlucky life, thinking he had to die. He regretted his unfortunate life, feeling he had to die. Why did he have to die? He hadn't awakened. He wasn't as strong as Lin Longyu, and he hadn't made his older sister happy yet. Suddenly, a surge of energy arose within him. Feng Cheng was determined to live. He wanted to destroy the demon. He seemed to hear voices urging him to destroy the demon. This made his anger towards the demon peak, and he was determined to destroy the demon. It turned out Feng Cheng had awakened a strong desire to destroy before dying. This was the hidden condition for merging with the demon destroyer. Your life is about to end. Do you want to merge with the demon destroyer? A voice spoke to Feng Cheng. Feng Cheng felt his body floating in another dimension. He didn't know where he was at that moment. He also didn't understand what it meant to merge with a demon. Feng Cheng saw a hand reaching out to touch his body, and another hand seemed to touch his face. It turned out there were many hands trying to grasp his body, causing him to panic. He didn't know what was happening to him. He wondered if this was the realm of death. A voice reminded him that he only had 10 seconds left. The voice asked again, "Do you want to merge with the destroyer demon?" Feng Cheng screamed in fear. He thought that at that moment he had no other choice. He had only one option, which was to merge with the destroyer demon. Then Feng Cheng touched one of the demon's fingertips with his own. The merging of Feng Cheng with the destroyer demon was finally successful, resulting in a great explosion of power. The voice then said that Feng Cheng had gained the power of the destroyer demon. Feng Cheng felt himself returning to the real world, where his body was being stepped on by the demon. Suddenly, a great explosion occurred, causing the demon stepping on Feng Cheng to be thrown back. The demon looked surprised to see the figure in front of it. The demon looked at the figure with a terrified face. The figure's hands and feet looked very large and had sharp claws. A large flash of light surrounded the figure, which turned out to be the form of the destroyer demon. Feng Cheng, who had transformed into the destroyer demon, was shocked. He couldn't believe that he had actually transformed into a demon. He held his head, which felt as if it were splitting, and he felt his consciousness slowly becoming uncontrollable. The demon then seemed to move to attack the destroyer demon. Feng Cheng, who had now transformed into the destroyer demon, heard a voice telling him to destroy the demon that was trying to attack him. The destroyer demon immediately grabbed the attacking demon. Then he slammed the demon, causing it to be thrown several meters. The demon lay on the ground after being slammed by Feng Cheng, the destroyer demon. Feng Cheng darted towards the demon's body and grabbed it tightly. He pushed the demon's body along the ground, damaging the surrounding area. The demon's body was slammed into the wall by Feng Cheng, who had been taken over by the destroyer demon. The demon screamed, trying to break free from Feng Cheng's grip. Then the demon attacked Feng Cheng again with its sharp-clawed hands, but Feng Cheng managed to avoid it. Feng Cheng mocked the demon for being so slow. Then he struck the demon with full force. The demon was thrown back, hit hard by Feng Cheng's powerful punch. People who saw the battle wondered why a demon was attacking its kind. Feng Cheng realized that people were watching him. He then turned towards them. The people were shocked to see the demon looking at them. Suddenly, a voice echoed in Feng Cheng's mind, telling him to kill the people who had seen him. Feng Cheng then shouted at the people to leave if they didn't want to die. He still had a bit of human consciousness left, trying not to hurt people. The two people immediately ran away in fear after hearing Feng Cheng's shout. Feng Cheng watched the two people running away in fear. Although he had now merged with the demon, he tried to retain his humanity. Suddenly, he heard the demon scream as it rose again and tried to attack. Feng Cheng attacked the demon again with a hard punch. He was determined to use his fists only on his enemies. Feng Cheng's punch pierced the demon's body. The demon screamed loudly. Finally, Feng Cheng managed to destroy the demon that tried to kill him. Then the voice said that he had successfully destroyed the Blade Feng demon. You have successfully absorbed the power of Handblade. Feng Cheng did not understand the voice's words. Why could he absorb the power of the defeated enemy? Would he become stronger after destroying demons? Feng Cheng fell silent. He felt that life was indeed strange. Despite his hard work, his abilities had yet to awaken. He thought that perhaps he should try even harder. But after merging with the destruction demon, he could absorb the abilities of his enemies by defeating them. Gradually, the demon form began to fade, and Feng Cheng returned to his original human form. Feng Cheng finally understood that he could revert to his human form when he no longer wanted to fight. However, the previous battle had been very noisy. Soon, many hunters would surely arrive. Feng Cheng quickly left the scene, deciding to keep his identity a secret. The story then shifts to the outskirts of Dongzhou. Feng Cheng is seen walking down an alley that leads to his home. He enters the apartment he shares with his older sister. "Hey, I'm home," Feng Cheng calls out to his sister. "You just got back? Why are you hurt?" his sister asks, concerned as she greets him. Feng Cheng explains that he's fine. He had just been attacked by a demon, but was lucky enough to escape with only his clothes torn. Feng Cheng feels relieved that his wounds healed quickly after merging with the destruction demon. His sister looks worried. She doesn't want the same fate that took their parents to befall Feng Cheng. It turns out that Feng Cheng's sister has just finished work. He then takes off his clothes and showers to clean his body after fighting the demon. After changing his clothes, Feng Cheng goes to the dining area, where he sees a delicious bowl of ramen waiting for him. He happily begins to eat the meat ramen prepared by his sister. His sister smiles as she watches her younger brother eat heartily. Feng Cheng asks if his sister has eaten. His sister says that she already ate a sandwich from the convenience store where she works. Feng Cheng feels uncomfortable with his sister always giving him expensive food while she eats cheap, basic meals. Feng Cheng hopes his sister can take better care of herself. He doesn't want her to always sacrifice for him. His sister falls silent, listening to her brother's words. She says she is willing to sacrifice anything for Feng Cheng because he is the only family she has left. Feng Cheng feels sad hearing his sister's heartfelt words. He puts down his chopsticks and stands up. He says that from now on, she doesn't need to worry about him because he will earn money with his abilities. He promises to improve their family's situation. The two siblings look at each other with sad eyes, holding back their emotions. His sister then smiles and says, "Keep fighting, little brother. I believe in you." Feng Cheng smiles at his sister's encouraging words. She then tells him to finish his meal while she tidies up the house. Feng Cheng's sister goes to the kitchen to clean up the scattered dishes. She smiles, realizing her brother now seems more mature. She hopes he can pass his exams and become a good hunter. Feng Cheng checks his phone. He sees that tomorrow is the weekend. He plans to earn money by hunting demons. Using the official Hunter Association app on his phone, he can access information about wanted demons. He sees information on the app that there is an E-rank octopus demon in an abandoned office park. Any hunter can participate in hunting this demon and earn 3,000 yuan for each captured demon. Feng Cheng plans to go to the park tomorrow and hunt the octopus demon to earn money. With the destruction demon's power, the battle should be easy. However, a slight problem troubles his mind. The destruction demon has its own thoughts inside his head. He fears that if he cannot control it, the demon might take over his body. This makes him hesitant. but he is determined to earn money for his family. The story shifts back to the ruined battlefield where Fang Cheng fought the demon. Two security officers stand guard with their weapons ready. Several government officials inspect the area, overseen by a person who seems to hold a high position. The person asks, "Are there any CCTV cameras around here?" One of his subordinates explains that when the demon appeared, all CCTV cameras in the area malfunctioned. The person orders his subordinates to find witnesses who know who defeated the demon. The subordinates quickly leave to carry out the order. Meanwhile, the white-haired man with one eye covered ponders who could have defeated the D-rank demon. He thinks it unlikely that an ordinary hunter could defeat such a demon. Based on the traces, he suspects that the demon's opponent was also a demon. The next day, Fang Cheng headed to the office park by train. Finally, he arrived at the office park where the octopus demon was said to be lurking. He walked through the rubble of the destroyed buildings. He didn't expect a place that used to be full of workers to end up like this. Unbeknownst to him, an octopus demon was stalking him from behind. This demon was known for preying on humans. Fang Cheng's steps halted at a spot where the body of a recently deceased hunter lay. Behind him, the octopus demon prepared to attack. However, Fang Cheng sensed the dangerous aura threatening him and began to ready himself for the demon's assault. Three octopus demons with sharp weapons in their hands approached Fang Cheng, appearing ready to strike. Fang Cheng observed the three octopus demons he had anticipated. These parasitic human corpse demons seemed challenging to handle. Suddenly, the three octopus demons leapt at Fang Cheng simultaneously. Fang Cheng jumped to avoid their attack, causing their weapons to strike the ground instead. He leapt back a few steps to avoid the demon's assault. After merging with the Slayer demon, Fang Cheng felt he could move his body nimbly even in human form. He could even control demonic aura. The three octopus demons then moved to chase Fang Cheng and attack him again. Suddenly, Fang Cheng heard a voice saying that an enemy had been detected and the hand sword skill was automatically activated. Automatic activation? Like an AI program. Fang Cheng was puzzled by his new ability that could activate on its own. One of the octopus demons struck a blow toward Fang Cheng, but he managed to dodge it. He then slashed his sword hard at the demon's body. Fang Cheng's sword strike hit the demon's body hard, causing the demon to be thrown back and destroyed. The other two octopus demons attacked Fang Cheng simultaneously with their weapons. Fang Cheng prepared with his sword to slash at the demons. Fang Cheng quickly and accurately slashed his sword at the bodies of the two octopus demons, causing their bodies to be destroyed. In just a moment, Fang Cheng won the battle. The bodies of the three demons lay sprawled on the ground. However, it seemed this did not increase Fang Cheng's power. Suddenly, Fang Cheng was startled by the scene before him. In front of him stood many octopus demons ready to attack him. He felt trapped. He thought this was a trap set by the demons. The three demons he had just defeated were merely bait, while the others were already prepared to attack. Then the demons began to move, attacking Fang Cheng with sharp weapons. They attacked simultaneously from various sides. Fang Cheng struggled to face the increasing number of demon attacks. He slashed his sword, trying to destroy them one by one. Repeatedly, he successfully eliminated the demons with his sword. But the number of demons seemed to keep increasing. Was Fang Cheng attacking their base? With great determination, Fang Cheng continued to slash his sword at the demons' bodies. His sword strikes cut and destroyed the demons' bodies, filling the place with their remains. Even though Fang Cheng had destroyed many demons, their numbers didn't seem to diminish, making him look overwhelmed. Fang Cheng realized that as an E-rank, if he didn't transform into the destruction demon, he would die there. He tried to escape from the numerous octopus demons, but one of the octopus's tentacles managed to wrap around his leg, halting his escape. Fang Cheng panicked as he couldn't free his leg from the demon's grip. The tentacle's grip tightened, and even his other leg was caught by another octopus demon. Suddenly, a D-rank demon, a wise octopus, appeared. It seemed to be the leader of the E-rank octopus demons there. Fang Cheng looked at the demon. He recognized it as a D-rank demon with a stronger aura than the demon blade he had defeated. The leader of the demons commanded its minions to finish off Fang Cheng. Fang Cheng, unable to move due to the octopus demon's grip, started to panic. He felt that he would soon become the demon's meal. Fong Cheng's eyes turned red. Then suddenly, a voice told him to destroy the demons. Moments later, Fong Cheng's body transformed into the destruction demon. He looked angry and ready to annihilate the octopus demons. Fong Cheng, who had transformed into a destructive demon, began moving to attack the octopus demons. The boss of the octopus demons observed Fong Cheng's transformation into a demonic figure. To him, this was something interesting. Initially, Fong Cheng came to this place intending to defeat some rank E demons to earn money. However, it seemed his plan had failed. The boss of the octopus demons laughed at Fong Cheng's abilities, which he considered no more useful than an ant. Hearing the demon boss's insult, Fong Cheng became angry and considered the octopus demon boss arrogant. He thought that the demon boss did not know his true power. The demon boss did not understand the struggles of humans who never give up in exterminating demons. Fong Cheng slashed his weapon at the body of the demon leader. However, his attack only caused a small wound. The octopus demon boss retreated to prepare his attack on Fong Cheng. The octopus demon boss considered Fong Cheng's attack slow and then attacked Fong Cheng with his tentacles. Fong Cheng's body was successfully entangled by the octopus demon's tentacles tightly. The demon laughed in satisfaction because he had managed to ensnare Fong Cheng with his tentacles. The octopus demon boss tried to destroy the weapon in Fong Cheng's hand with his tentacles. In an instant, the grip of the octopus demon boss's tentacles succeeded in shattering Fong Cheng's weapon into pieces. Fong Cheng was upset because his weapon had been destroyed by the octopus demon boss. This meant he couldn't use that weapon for a while. Fong Cheng tried to pull the tentacle that was binding his body. However, as the tentacle loosened, the octopus demon boss immediately struck Fong Cheng with a tentacle blow, sending him flying. Fong Cheng's body was thrown several meters by the impact of the octopus demon boss's tentacle blow. Fong Cheng got up. He felt that the octopus demon was very smart. He had to be more careful facing the boss of the octopus demons. He needed to find the weak spot of the demon boss. Meanwhile, the demon prepared to attack Fong Cheng with his weapon again. He challenged Fong Cheng to fight him again. Fong Cheng jumped to avoid the blow from the octopus demon's weapon. The ground shook and shattered from the demon's strike. Fong Cheng looked at the eyes of the demon boss. He thought that the demon's eyes looked soft, so he decided to attack the weak point of the demon's body. He planned to throw sand into the demon boss's eyes to make him vulnerable. Even though it seemed unsportsmanlike, he hoped that by doing so, he would be able to defeat him. Fong Cheng then kicked the sand on the ground towards the eyes of the octopus demon boss. The sand particles successfully hit the demon's eyes. He screamed while rubbing his stinging eyes. Fong Cheng saw the demon boss become vulnerable because he was busy rubbing his eyes that were hit by the sand. He thought he should attack immediately. Fong Cheng then struck his sharp weapon towards the demon boss's stomach. The octopus demon boss screamed in pain and shouted that he must get rid of this body immediately. Fong Cheng saw the octopus demon boss separating his head from his body. Fong Cheng then chased after the demon boss who was trying to escape from him. Fong Cheng then stabbed the demon boss's head with his weapon. The octopus demon boss's head remained still, pretending to be dead. He was lucky because Fong Cheng's weapons did not hit his brain, so he was still not dead. Fong Cheng examined the head of the octopus demon boss. He thought he should not let his guard down against an enemy even if they were already down. He thought he had to make sure the demon was truly dead. Fong Cheng then stabbed his weapon into the head of the octopus demon boss again. The demon screamed in pain and was finally killed by Fong Cheng. After successfully killing the octopus demon boss, Fong Cheng acquired the tentacle skill. Even though Fong Cheng thought it was a strange skill, perhaps it could be useful for him someday. Then gradually, Fong Cheng's body transformed back into a human. He felt his whole body aching. This time, he did not receive self-healing from the demon slayer. He realized how difficult it was to earn money as a hunter. But this time he was lucky to be able to defeat the octopus demon boss. This surely was worth more than other octopus demons. Fong Cheng then walked to the city center carrying the corpse of the octopus demon he had defeated. People looked astonished at him carrying a pile of octopus demons. With great difficulty, Fong Cheng carried the corpses of the demons. He regretted not using a cart to transport all those demons. Fong Chung continued down the city streets. Finally, he arrived at the headquarters building of the Hunter Guild that accepted bounties. Fong Chung walked into the Hunter Union building. He saw many hunters in the place. Fong Chung thought there might be a professional bounty hunt going on. Some people noticed the octopus demon head on Fong Chung's back. They recognized that the demon was a Class D wise octopus. It turned out that Fong Chung recognized the person watching him. It was an inspector from the Hunter Union. The inspector seemed to be talking about Fong Chung. He said, "How could a weak student bring a Class D demon's head? He must have stolen someone else's prey." Fong Chung was upset hearing the inspector belittling him. Then he said to the inspector, "Do you think a student can't fight demons?" The inspector was surprised to hear Fong Chung's response. He then asked Fong Chung to show his hunter license. Fong Chung stared sharply at the two inspectors in front of him. According to union rules, inspectors were not allowed to see others' licenses. Fong Chung thought the two inspectors just wanted to make things difficult for him. The two inspectors still suspected that Fong Chung had stolen someone else's prey. They then intended to take it from Fong Chung. Fong Chung quickly jumped back to avoid the grasp of the two inspectors. The people there saw them and thought a fight would break out. A hunter with a hat stared at Fong Chung. He saw Fong Chung carrying a heavy load on his back, yet still able to avoid the grasp of the two inspectors. He must not be an ordinary student. The inspector got angry seeing Fong Chung's resistance. Then he tried to catch Fong Chung again. But Fong Chung seemed to be on guard so he could avoid the inspector's grasp. Fong Chung punched the inspector hard, causing the inspector to scream in pain and fall. Another inspector who saw his friend being defeated by Fong Chung then attacked Fong Chung. But Fong Chung managed to avoid the inspector's punch. He then countered the inspector's attack with a hard punch, causing the inspector to collapse on the floor. People saw the two inspectors lying on the floor in pain. They seemed to be talking about Fong Chung's actions in defeating the two inspectors. The man with the hat shouted loudly that the fight was over. He then approached Fong Chung. The man with the hat was Zhou Tai. He was the vice president of the Hunter Union. He said that the student in front of him had the ability to kill a Class D demon. The two inspectors who had just been beaten by Fong Chung stood up and complained to Zhou Tai. They argued that the student had acted rudely in the Hunter Union. Fong Chung quietly watched the two inspectors talking about him. Zhou Tai was upset seeing the two inspectors lying. It was clear the two inspectors were the ones causing trouble. The vice president of the Hunter Union looked angry. With a sharp gaze, he said that the two inspectors were fired. He didn't want any fools working at the Hunter Union. The two inspectors were shocked and didn't expect to be fired by the vice president of the Hunter Union. Zhou Tai approached Fong Chung and praised him for having good fighting skills. He said to Fong Chung, "Do you have any hunter abilities?" Fong Chung was silent hearing Zhou Tai's question. He thought he shouldn't reveal his abilities to others. Fong Chung then said that he did not have any hunter abilities. People were surprised to hear Fong Chung's answer. They couldn't believe Fong Chung didn't have any abilities. They had seen clearly how Fong Chung defeated the two inspectors, so it was impossible for Fong Chung not to have any hunter abilities. The vice president remained silent, bowing his head, hearing Fong Chung's answer. Then the vice president said that he believed Fong Chung. Fong Chung did not expect the vice president to believe his words. Zhou Tai then escorted Fong Chung to claim his reward for defeating the octopus demon. Moments later, Fong Chung arrived at the reward exchange room. There was a reward exchange officer named Xiaonan. The vice president said that from now on, if Fong Chung wanted to claim rewards, he could go directly to Xiaonan. Fong Chung didn't need to queue like other hunters. Fong Chung was amazed to see Xiaonan, who had telekinesis abilities. The vice president said with a smile that Xiaonan didn't have a boyfriend. Then he left the two of them. Xiaonan seemed annoyed by the vice president's words. Fong Chung thanked the vice president and said he was just an ordinary student and didn't have any abilities. The vice president said that he respected Fong Chung's words because he felt the same way as Fong Chung. Fong Chung didn't understand what the vice president was saying. The vice president, Zhou Tai, smiled and said that he also had no abilities before. But he worked hard to train his body and skills until his abilities surpassed other hunters. Fong Chung listened to the vice president's words. Fong Chung admired Zhou Tai, the vice president. He became the vice president just by training his body and fighting skills. That was extraordinary. After completing the exchange, Feng Cheng received a reward of 140,000 yuan. He smiled happily because it was the first time he could earn a lot of money. The vice president, Zhou Tai, approached Feng Cheng again. He advised Feng Cheng that if he returned to their headquarters, he would teach Feng Cheng how to fight properly. Xiaonan watched Feng Cheng talking with the vice president. She seemed interested in Feng Cheng. Feng Cheng felt happy to receive the offer to train with Zhou Tai. He was a talented senior. But for now, he had to go home and meet his sister. Night fell, enveloping the city. Feng Cheng walked down the city streets toward his home. His mood still seemed cheerful because, for the first time, he had managed to earn a significant amount of money. He thought his sister would be happy to hear about it. Feng Cheng was surprised when he noticed a video display in the city center. He watched closely to see what was being shown in the video. In the video, a news anchor was reporting on a demon fight with the Demon King, which had gone viral on the internet. Feng Cheng was shocked to see the news. His fight with the demon had been recorded and uploaded online. According to the report, journalists had interviewed the deputy leader of the demon hunters, the Lone Wolf. The Lone Wolf said that demons were savage creatures and advised the city residents to be cautious. Lone Wolf stated that they would hunt down the Demon King who had defeated the demon in the previous fight. He promised to deliver the death penalty to that Demon King. Feng Cheng continued to watch the news broadcast, trying to understand what would happen next. People were discussing the demon fight with the Demon King who was trying to help humans. Opinions were divided among the city's residents about the Demon King's actions in protecting humans. Feng Cheng listened to the people's discussions. His Demon King form had drawn attention. He decided not to reveal his identity as the Demon King to avoid getting into trouble. After walking quite a distance, Feng Cheng finally arrived at his home on the outskirts of Dongzhou. He opened the door and greeted his sister. His sister welcomed Feng Cheng and mentioned that there was big news today. She said that the news about the appearance of the Demon King had gone viral on the internet. She advised Feng Cheng to be more careful when going out. Feng Cheng was silent. He didn't expect his sister to know about the news. Feng Cheng told his sister not to worry too much about it. He then handed his sister a bank debit card containing 140,000 yuan. His sister was surprised and asked Feng Cheng where he got so much money. Feng Cheng explained that the money came from hunting demons. He said that he had trained hard, becoming stronger and capable of defeating demons. His sister asked if he had awakened his hunting abilities. Before Feng Cheng could answer, his sister asked if he was hurt. Wasn't fighting demons dangerous? She imagined her brother must have suffered to earn money by hunting demons. Feng Cheng assured his sister that he was fine. His sister smiled and took the money to pay off their parents' debts. Hearing his sister talk about their parents, Feng Cheng asked if she knew which demon killed their parents. His sister said it was still an unsolved mystery. According to her information, the demon that killed their parents was a fire demon. However, its whereabouts in Dongzhou City were still unknown. Feng Cheng thought it might be another demon. He promised that once he was strong enough, he would hunt down the demon that killed their parents. He thought Zhou Tai might know about that fire demon. His sister touched Feng Cheng's face with love. She said that they didn't have the power to seek revenge, so it would be better for them to live peacefully together without thinking about vengeance. Feng Cheng understood his sister's words. The morning sun shone over Dongzhou City. The weather was very bright. Feng Cheng was seen running because he was late for the academy. He continued running quickly toward the classroom. Upon arriving at the classroom, Feng Cheng was surprised by what he saw. In the class, his friends were discussing the viral news about the Demon King protecting humans from demon attacks. He didn't expect even his friends to know about the news. He said to himself that he really wasn't the Demon King. Suddenly, Lin Longyu approached Feng Cheng. He said that Feng Cheng had changed. Feng Cheng didn't understand what Longyu meant. Lin Longyu continued, saying that Feng Cheng seemed stronger compared to the last 2 days. Feng Cheng laughed at Longyu's words. He replied that Longyu must be hallucinating. Tianyu and his friends approached the two of them, laughing mockingly. Longyu showed a displeased face to Tianyu and his friends and intended to beat them up. But suddenly, Feng Cheng stood in front of Longyu and said that there was no need to pay attention to Tianyu. Feng Cheng insulted Tianyu by calling him a golden retriever. Tianyu was angry at Feng Cheng's insult. He then threatened Feng Cheng by saying that death was written all over Feng Cheng's face. Tianyu then intended to beat Feng Cheng despite Long Yu being there. He threw the bowl he was carrying toward Feng Cheng. Feng Cheng managed to catch the bowl of ramen. He looked angry at Tianyu, who had belittled him all this time. He then smashed the bowl into Tianyu's face, who had bullied him for 3 years. Tianyu fell from Feng Cheng's blow. He was furious, feeling humiliated by Feng Cheng. He couldn't believe that someone as pathetic as Feng Cheng dared to fight back. He tried to retaliate. However, Feng Cheng easily dodged Tianyu's punch. He mocked Tianyu's slow attack. Tianyu grew even angrier at Feng Cheng's taunt. But before he could strike again, Feng Cheng kicked him hard. The force of Feng Cheng's kick sent Tianyu flying backward. He was stunned by Feng Cheng's newfound strength and asked where Feng Cheng got his power. Feng Cheng approached the seated Tianyu and said that he had changed. His classmates watched in disbelief as Feng Cheng defeated Tianyu. They couldn't believe Feng Cheng had grown so strong. Long Yu, too, was amazed by Feng Cheng's increased strength and his ability to defeat Tianyu. Long Yu wondered what had caused Feng Cheng to become stronger. Had he awakened body-strengthening abilities? Stop fighting! Suddenly, the academy's hunter coach arrived, shouting for them to stop. The coach then instructed the students to follow him as the academy was holding a demon hunting test. The students were surprised by the coach's announcement. They asked if they would have to fight real demons. Meanwhile, Tianyu's friends helped him to stand and follow the coach. Tianyu threatened Feng Cheng, saying he would get his revenge. Feng Cheng stared at Tianyu, who was trying to threaten him. He thought Tianyu was tough. Next time, he would try harder to get rid of him. The students finally arrived at the academy mountain. The coach told the students that they didn't have much time before the final exam. Therefore, to optimize their potential and grades, the academy was holding a demon hunting test. In the mountain, there were Class F grass demons. If the students could defeat these demons, they could absorb the demon's essence to enhance their potential. The students seemed to underestimate the demons they would face. They confidently believed they could defeat them easily. Long Yu asked Feng Cheng's opinion about the test. Feng Cheng replied that the challenge was not in fighting the demons, but in competing to defeat them. Therefore, Feng Cheng suggested they be cautious of threats from other students. The coach announced that the test would begin soon and hoped all students were prepared. Then the entrance to the academy mountain was opened. The students rushed in, eager to find the grass demons. Meanwhile, the coach observed all the students who had entered the mountain. Feng Cheng noticed a skull on the ground and approached it. He examined the skull, thinking that the grass demons were too weak to destroy humans. Suddenly, Feng Cheng sensed the presence of grass demons moving closer. Long Yu noticed the oddity of the grass demons moving quickly. She then told Feng Cheng to hide behind her, thinking Feng Cheng wouldn't be able to handle so many demons. But Feng Cheng said he would fight the grass demons himself. This surprised Long Yu. Feng Cheng then launched his punches at the approaching grass demons. Suddenly, he saw 2 grass demons moving toward the unsuspecting Long Yu. The 2 grass demons quickly attacked Long Yu, who didn't see them coming. However, Feng Cheng swiftly punched the demons before they could harm Long Yu. Long Yu was amazed by Feng Cheng's progress. Having previously defeated Class E and D demons, Feng Cheng easily destroyed the Class F grass demons. Long Yu, puzzled, asked Feng Cheng how he had changed so quickly. Feng Cheng was no longer the weak person he used to know. Feng Cheng said that people change and it was nothing to worry about. He suggested they absorb the grass demon's essence first. The 2 then absorbed the essence from the grass demons they had just defeated. Suddenly, Long Yu was startled to see students running towards him. They were running and shouting that there were demons nearby. Long Yu didn't expect other demons besides the weak grass demons. He prepared to fight the demons. But Feng Cheng warned that it wasn't an ordinary demon. Then a demon appeared, chasing the students. Feng Cheng recognized the demon as a Class D tree demon. Long Yu didn't understand why there was a demon in the E-class area. Feng Cheng held Long Yu's shoulder and told him to get away immediately. Long Yu was surprised because it was the first time Feng Cheng had touched him. Suddenly, Tianyu and his friends appeared and said that only cowards run away from that tree demon. A true hunter must be brave and face it. Tianyu yelled at Feng Cheng again, holding his weapon and preparing to attack the tree demon. Tianyu and his two friends immediately advanced, intending to fight the demon. Meanwhile, Long Yu just smiled slightly, watching the arrogant students face the demon. Apparently, Tianyu wanted to show off in front of Long Yu. He also wanted to show his skills to Feng Cheng. The other students watched from a distance and wondered if Chen Tianyu could be relied upon. They saw Tianyu confidently preparing to attack the tree demon. Chen Tianyu then started attacking. He thought the demon was just big but had no real abilities. Tianyu aimed his weapon at the demon's body. He attacked the demon's chest to try and destroy it. However, when his weapon touched the demon's body, it had no effect. Tianyu was shocked to realize his attack had failed. The tree demon then unleashed its power, causing Tianyu's body to be thrown back. Tianyu fell backward from the force of the demon's power. He then called for help from his two friends. Unexpectedly, the demon attacked Tianyu with its large hand. A tremendous force from the demon struck Tianyu, causing him to be thrown back again. Feng Cheng and Long Yu continued to watch Chen Tianyu's fight with the tree demon. They thought Tianyu's strength was still below the demon's, making it impossible for him to defeat it. Tianyu looked in pain after receiving the demon's blow. Long Yu invited Feng Cheng to fight the tree demon. They were interested in the items they could obtain if they defeated the demon. The demon looked at Feng Cheng and Long Yu. Meanwhile, some other students ran to ask for help from their professor, the academy's trainer. Tianyu's two friends forcibly dragged Tianyu to leave the place. Tianyu refused. He shouted that he would rather die than be protected by Feng Cheng and Long Yu. Long Yu leaped and attacked the top of the demon. However, the demon seemed unaffected by Long Yu's attack. The demon even laughed mockingly at Long Yu. Long Yu was puzzled because his attack couldn't harm the creature. Meanwhile, Feng Cheng observed the demon's body. He saw that the tree demon was covered by dead wood as armor. He thought about finding a gap between the deadwood layers. That was the demon's weak spot. The tree demon attacked Feng Cheng again with its large hand. Feng Cheng was lucky to avoid the demon's strike. He thought it was impossible to defeat the demon in his current form as a human. However, he couldn't transform into the Demon King because Long Yu was with him. Long Yu kept trying to defeat the demon with his punches. But his strength, equivalent to Class E, couldn't even scratch the demon's body. Feng Cheng grabbed Long Yu's body. He urged him to leave the place immediately. Meanwhile, the demon was still trying to attack them with its powerful blows. Feng Cheng took Long Yu behind a tree. He told him to hide and not look back. He would try to fight the demon. Feng then left Long Yu hiding behind the tree. Long Yu watched Feng Cheng approach the tree demon. The demon used its power to create protective trees around its body. Long Yu looked worried, seeing Feng Cheng trapped within the surrounding trees. He shouted loudly that he would break through the trees and save Feng Cheng. The tree demon laughed at seeing Feng Cheng trapped. Feng Cheng thought he had to quickly transform into the destroyer demon and defeat the tree demon before Long Yu managed to break through the protective trees. The tree demon began to attack Feng Cheng with its large hand. But Feng Cheng's body had already transformed into the destroyer demon. Using the wood-cutting weapon in his hand, the transformed Feng Cheng charged at the tree demon and struck it. Feng Cheng successfully slashed the demon's hand, destroying it. However, unexpectedly, the severed hand quickly grew back. In a short time, the tree demon's hand was whole again. Feng Cheng was shocked to see the demon's ability to regenerate its destroyed body parts. Feng Cheng attacked the demon again, thinking he had to defeat it quickly. Feng Cheng swung his wood-cutting weapon at the demon's body, but his attack was dodged by the demon. The demon laughed and then attacked Feng Cheng with its large hand. Feng Cheng jumped back to avoid the demon's blow. Then suddenly, he jumped up and landed behind the demon. Apparently, Feng Cheng thought he had an opportunity to attack. Feng Cheng then used his tentacle and blade skill to maximize his strength. He used that power to destroy the demon from behind. The tree demon had not yet realized that Feng Cheng was behind it. Feng Cheng's attack penetrated the tree demon's body. Feng Cheng attacked again, destroying the demon. The tree demon screamed loudly and shattered into pieces. Feng Cheng felt satisfied after defeating the tree demon. He gained the thorn and accelerated regeneration skills because he had defeated the demon. Slowly, Fong Cheng's body returned to human form. He was happy to gain new skills. A few moments later, an item called essence appeared from the shards of the tree demon's body. Fong Cheng approached the essence. He thought it was good for his potential growth. Suddenly, Fong Cheng was startled by an explosion accompanied by flying wood splinters. It turned out to be Long Yu, who had managed to break through the tree trap created by the demon earlier. Long Yu was surprised when he saw the tree demon was already destroyed and Fong Cheng was unharmed. Fong Cheng said that he had awakened a body-strengthening ability, making him stronger, and that's why he could defeat the demon. Long Yu still seemed unable to believe that Fong Cheng could become stronger in just a few days. But Fong Cheng tried to convince Long Yu that he was still only in Class D, a lower level compared to his other friends. Apparently, Fong Cheng was trying to hide his true self from Long Yu. Long Yu finally believed Fong Cheng's words and then invited him to leave the place. Sometime later, Fong Cheng and Long Yu were near the trainer. The trainer praised both of them in front of the other students for defeating the tree demon. The students seemed to underestimate Fong Cheng. They thought it was Long Yu who had defeated the demon while Fong Cheng only watched. Among the students was Tian Yu, who was still upset with Fong Cheng. He thought he should have been the one to kill the demon. Suddenly, they were surprised by the presence of someone looking for Fong Cheng. Fong Cheng was surprised because someone was looking for him. Besides his brother, no one had any business with him. It turned out that the person looking for Fong Cheng was Lone Wolf, the demon hunter. Fong Cheng stepped closer to the demon hunter, accompanied by someone from the demon hunter unit. Fong Cheng was a little scared after knowing who was looking for him. He wondered in his heart if his identity had been discovered by the demon hunter. But Fong Cheng tried to control his fear. He believed that he was still safe for now. The demon hunter greeted Fong Cheng to make sure he was the right person. Lone Wolf then explained that he had heard rumors about a young man trying to save a little girl from the demon blade. After the hunter team investigated, they identified the young man as Fong Cheng. Lone Wolf asked if Fong Cheng was that young man. Fong Cheng laughed at Lone Wolf's question. He said, "Shouldn't we help each other?" The demon hunter nodded and asked again, "After you saved the little girl, did you see the appearance of Demon Blue, who destroyed Demon Blade?" Fong Cheng was silent. He stared at the demon hunter, thinking of the right answer to the hunter's question.